Colt is actually a 2-time survivor of neuroblastoma, and when he was going through his second tumor, we had to go to New York to get the tumor removed. There was no one around here that would do it.
When I first found out Mia had it, she was 3 months old. So I got sent to do, so she ended up getting a port, but it didn't work.
It wasn't long after she was born that she was diagnosed with retinoblastoma, which is tumors that develop in the eyes.
He was diagnosed March 8th after just having horrible leg pain. They finally did a CBC and found leukemia.
Peyton was diagnosed with neuroblastoma stage 4. Nothing would help, and so we were transferred to New York.
When a family is diagnosed with cancer, it turns their whole life upside down. Their child, when they start treatment, really needs full-time care.
There are over 200 children a year in South Carolina and over 400 children a year in North Carolina that are diagnosed with cancer.
Before starting at Children's Cancer Partners, I was a clinical social worker at one of the hospitals that we partner with, Duke University Medical Center, and had made referrals to this organization and was just amazed and so impressed by their ability to really support and connect and understand these families and meet a need that really wasn't being met.
When a child comes into our program, we are working with them from their day of referral from the social worker at the hospital to the day that they are ringing that bell, and really until they turn 21.
We receive referrals from social workers at pediatric oncology treatment centers in North Carolina and South Carolina. And we build relationships with those social workers so they know kind of our process and what we do, and we work with them to support these families.
First off, the whole experience is very impacting and it's very scary. And then I kind of let them know, I'm here to help you out with logistics. Like, how are we going to get you through this time?
There are enormous costs that are associated with cancer treatment that can burden patients and families, who really just need to be present with their child and focused on their child's care and absorbing what it takes to kind of, live this new normal with cancer.
In South Carolina, there's only 3 treatment centers, and in North Carolina, there's 6, so some families travel hours to get to appointments.
At first, it was a lot of visits to the hospital, like probably once every 2 to 3 weeks. And it wasn't a hospital in Greenville. We had to go to Atlanta.
It was just out of the blue, and it was just bam. And leukemia, I've learned, involves a lot. There's a lot of treatment. There's so many new terms. There's so many new medicines.
After the doctor told me he couldn't do nothing for me, he told me that he had to transfer me to New York because he had somebody that can help me. So I called my caseworker, and dude, she was like, I don't know what to tell you. You can just catch a bus, whatever you have to do. I was like, I have no money. How can I catch a bus with a baby?
We have families that travel, could be 15 minutes away, it could be 3 hours away. So that distance can really vary, and having a group that's willing to support them throughout treatment to get them here to and from home is incredible.
Families don't budget for cancer. Just the enormous burden that transportation costs create. We have people coming from all over the state and from outside our state to treatment at UNC, and those costs really add up.
I work 12-hour shifts, 7 to 7. So like one week I work 5 days. So I come home with me, and the next week I end up usually going to New York. I end up staying 4 days. By the time I come home, I'm back at work.
There are clinical trials that are happening that families can't be a part of because they don't have the access, and we want to make sure that the children who are diagnosed and need to go places can get there.
I didn't realize until I started in this role how many parents were cutting back on employment or quitting jobs in order to be 24/7 caregiver support for their child.
I've had to step back from work. Sometimes you've got single parent families who are having to step back from work, and then there's no income or very little income. And so Children's Cancer Partners has stepped in to try to fill that gap.
Miss Carla called me within seconds. She was like, Miss Nixon, don't worry about anything. She got me a flight, she got me a room, she fed us and everything within 1 day.
They actually called, and then 2 of the ladies came up and visited us. in our hospital room.
We step in immediately at the time of diagnosis or the referral from the social worker, and within 24 hours, we contact that family and we then schedule a time to go and sit and visit with them so that we can understand what are the burdens, the challenges, the barriers for that family.
I've not had a family yet say, no thanks, we don't need help with gas and transportation and hotel costs.
They basically provided, gas cards, meal cards, reimbursements, basic things like shampoo, conditioner, things you're not thinking of at that time. Because the last thing on your mind when your child has cancer is toilet paper, Yeah.
I refer everyone to Children's Cancer Partners, regardless of socioeconomic status.
Children's Cancer Partners will serve any child diagnosed with cancer in North and South Carolina. There are no income guidelines or requirements for the families that we serve, which also sets us apart from a lot of other organizations.
When I'm out of resources, when I'm out of options with a family, they're telling me here's a need and I don't have anything. They are my ace in my back pocket.
They help me like with food and like the care fare to the Ronald McDonald House.
It was really awesome, to have that support right away.
Because having a kid with cancer, one, it just stinks. And then you worry about the financial aspect of it. I'm a single mom, so the cost of that was going to be extraordinary.
They develop a real relationship with families. They're going to follow you and really help you, not only through treatment with gas and meals, but also even after you're finished with treatment.
They have not been a partner, they've been a family. Because without them, I don't know what I would do.
Children's Cancer Partners provides support through 4 key focus areas. Our primary mission is to provide financial assistance for transportation, meals, and lodging to ensure these children get to the places and the care that they need for them to survive. We also provide family connections, family assistance, and Camp Victory.
We have Camp Victory, which is a family camp to really allow families to spend time together and unplug, unwind so that they can recharge and get to the next clinic appointment. It'd be very isolating having a child with cancer and feel very alone, so they're able to connect with other parents, siblings can connect with other siblings, kids can connect with other kids that have cancer.
They provide a lot of fun things for the kids to do and kind of get you through in a different way than just the finances. And then we feel like all of the members of the staff are our friends too.
I don't know, they just kind of surrounded you with love and support that you needed. Letting you know you're doing the best you can, this isn't your fault.
The first diagnosis, everybody is on top of you, asking how things are, but then it slowly fades away. But they're consistently there asking, sending gifts, sending reimbursement money. It's not like they've faded away, so that's really nice, and I thank them for that.
I will give their number to anybody because they have your back. I'm telling you, they really do.
We've been to New York at least 12.5 times in the last 2 years, and so there's no way we could have gotten through that, with any kind of peace of mind without them.
We have children that are no longer with us. We grieve for those families, and we still today, from children that we've lost 3 and 4 years ago, and even 5 and 10 years ago, those parents come back and they help us, they volunteer with us. That's powerful.
Thank you for being there for us. Anytime we've asked for assistance, they've never hesitated, and we just are very, very appreciative of it.
The children in North and South Carolina deserve access to the best treatment they can possibly get, and we help make sure that happens.
He would not be here today if it wasn't for them, I don't think, because I could not afford it. So they helped, and he's cancer-free as of 2 days ago.
I wouldn't know where I would be without them.
And there's so many people out there that's going through what we're going through. We're not alone. Never think you're alone, because we're not.
I was in New York and I was sitting in the lobby of the Ronald McDonald House, and a mom walked in with her 2-year-old girl in a stroller, and she saw me and I saw her, and she said to me, "Mia has no cancer."